Welcome to D.I.Y. Automotive School with my friend Pete and Minnie, the body shop girl. It's everything you need to know about cars and more.
All right, how you doing? This is Pete. We're back on our 2004 Mini Cooper. It's a BMW product. They sell them at the BMW dealerships if you're interested in them. Watch a BMW commercial. This isn't one of them, sir. We've stripped our car down. What we're going to do next is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the body work in the area where it meets the tailgate, okay? The lift gate, tailgate, back door, blah, 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 whatever you want to call it. That's what we're fixing today. The first thing that I want to do to it, I want to go ahead and I want to use my, I'll put my finger. I want to go ahead and I want to use my air grinder on that. This is a variable speed air grinder. They can be purchased from many, many suppliers. This is a very expensive one, okay? You can figure it out from there. This is actually a variable speed, either by your trigger or by, you can set it. I just leave it all the way open and I use my trigger to do that with. What we're going to be using today to get the paint off is we're using a Rolo lock type. If you look right there, you can see the threads on it. Okay, this is a 36 grit pad, all right? Rolo lock 36 grit pad. It comes with a special pad that you put the disc on, okay? So then it becomes a pad, all right? So to start our little project off, the only place that we're going to grind is right here where we're going to use our dent puller. We're not going to come up here and grind this whole area out. The most common way to pull that dent out is with a dent puller, okay? Or you can get in there with a hammer and a dolly and hammer and dolly it out, okay? This would actually be a hard area to hammer and dolly out due to the fact that you can't really get in there. So we got to pull that out. Okay, now how are we going to do that? How are we going to pull that dent out? Okay, back in the days, and when I say the days, I'm talking back in the, recently, like back in the mid-90s, okay, up to the late 90s, people would actually use, and there's still people out there that actually do use this. This is called a slide hammer. Now what you do with a slide hammer is I would actually take a drill bit, okay, 2 to 3 sizes smaller than the screw on my slide hammer there, and I would go ahead and put 2 or 3 holes right here. And then I would take my slide hammer and I would screw it in, okay, because that's actually self-tapping screw on there. It's very pointed. It's actually a wood screw, but going through thin metal it will screw. So I'd screw that down as tight as I can get it, and then I'd jerk it out. Do you see how I just did that? Watch here, watch. Okay, can you see my, there it is. Do you see there? It's called a slide hammer. And as you slide and hit it like that, you see what I'm saying? Okay, it's pulling the dent out. Now, you can actually, hit it very easily and it'll, work its way out. Or if it's a big dent, you want to really hit it hard. Now, they make several different sizes of these. You can still purchase these. And if you're going to do this type of work at home, this is more than likely what you're going to use. Okay, I will have an upcoming video on how. Okay, what you're looking at in the picture down here, okay, because I'm way down here on the floor now. This is actually electronic dent puller. Now the way this works is with a pry bar. You got your pry bar, and I'm going to show you how that works. And you also got a magnet, okay, here's your magnet. And then this is your trigger, which has an arc mechanism at the end, which actually, if you can hear that, it spot welds itself onto the metal. And then you would take your pry bar like so, and you'd stick it in between there, and then you just pry it out, see? So this is a very, very precise machine, and on the other hand, it's a very, very expensive machine. So now you see why I keep telling you, you will probably be using a slide hammer at home. Once we have our metal down, cleaned off with no paint on it at all, we're going to take our dent puller and we're going to go ahead and pull the dent out. And I'm just going to go ahead in various places, give it a little pull. And I want to be very careful not to rip the metal as I do this. This is where it's going to be the hardest. It's right there, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take my body hammer, and there's an imperfection going right here where it got pushed in, okay? I'm going to go ahead and take my body hammer and just... I'm going to go ahead and pop that back into place so that lip will be flat again, okay? I'm just taking my body hammer. This is a typical body hammer. There's several different kinds and sizes. This is the one that I use. I really don't know the name of that particular hammer. They do have names for them, but this is the body hammer that I use, the most common one I use. And what I'm doing, once again, I'm just hitting this edge right here, okay, trying to get this body line back in shape so when I get my new tailgate, it'll all line up. So as you can see at a close-up view, okay, here's my hand. You can see that the dent wasn't really that big, but as you can see at a close-up view, you can see where I pulled the dent out. I found my crease, my low points of the dent, and I went ahead and grinded it down to bare metal, and then I went ahead and pulled it out. Now, once again, if I was using a slide hammer, okay, I would have drilled holes in that area, and I would have drilled this in there, okay, and then pulled it out. Now that our dent is pulled and ready for filler, we're going to go ahead and take our grinder one more time, and we're going to go ahead and smooth all the imperfections out. I'm going to go ahead and sand right here. We still got a little bit of an imperfection, and I'm not going to do very much grinding. I just want to flatten that out where we hammered it. And that's basically all that's going to take. Once my dent has been cleaned up and pulled out, I'm going to go ahead and take my Bondo that I've already mixed up and watch for the upcoming videos on Bondo. I'm going to show you special techniques and special ways to use your Bondo if you haven't learned anything yet in the videos that I have shown you already. Bondo plays a big trick in bodywork. I'm going to take my Bondo and I'm going to go ahead and fill my dent in, and this is just my first coat of Bondo. I'm really not looking to be fancy about it. I'm just basically, like I say in all my videos that you see me do Bondo, I'm just basically filling it in. I'm actually overriding it, okay? I'm overriding it to make it fatter and bigger, okay, than it really is. That's all I'm doing. I'm just lightly putting it on here because I want it to be bigger. I want it to stick out. But on the other hand, I'm also being careful not to get Bondo everywhere all over the car, okay? If you see, I'm taking the edge of my spreader and I'm cleaning the edges off as I go. Okay, I see right here, okay, right there. Okay, I'm pulling it the wrong way. I want to pull it this way now. Okay. I'm really not concerned with what it looks like at this time. I'm just basically just filling it in. I don't know if Rich back there's ever done body work before. Hello? Have you ever done body work before, Rich? Okay. We're going to find out here. Okay, what we'll do is we'll let our Bondo set up nice and hard. There's several ways that you can break that Bondo down, but the way we are going to do it, I'm going to show you how to use an air file, okay, when we come back. This is Pete, my friend Pete, your friend Pete, last chance Pete, Mr. Insurance Guy Pete. If it can be fixed, my friend Pete can fix it. This is Pete. Take it easy. We'll see you later. How's it going back there, Rich?
It's going.
Huh?
It's going.
Okay, you've been working on it all day, sir. Exactly. Thank you very much.
Thanks for watching D.I.Y. Automotive School. Classes don't stop till you know everything.